Hello students, welcome back. In the last lesson we have started learning pronouns. Okay, in the first lesson I told you about parts of speech. Okay, I taught you or I defined all the parts of speech, right? Then I told you that we are going to learn or understand the different parts of speech in detail. Clear? Then we learned nouns. Okay, we have already completed the topic nouns, and in the last lesson we have started pronouns. Clear? Now what are pronouns? We are going to have a quick recap of what we did in the last class. Then we are going to continue with these two types of pronouns, right? So in the last class I told you what are pronouns, children. Pronouns are words that are used instead of nouns. Clear? What are nouns? Nouns are naming words. Everything in this world that has a name is a noun. Fan, me as a Seema, board, duster, chair, anything, sun, moon, because they have a name, they are nouns. Clear? But now what is pronoun, children? Pronouns are words that are used instead of nouns. How? If I am going to narrate a paragraph on a boy, okay, maybe Abhishek, okay. If I am telling something about Abhishek, Abhishek is a good boy, Abhishek goes to school, Abhishek is doing his homework, Abhishek is eating food, Abhishek is dancing. So what am I doing here? I am repeating the word Abhishek again and again. To avoid this repetition, what I can do is I can replace Abhishek by he. So he is a word that is used that has been used in this paragraph instead of a noun, that is Abhishek. So he is a pronoun. Okay, I hope you must have understood the definition of pronoun, children. Pronouns are words which are used instead of nouns. And why do we use pronouns? To avoid the repetition of nouns, to just avoid taking the name of similar kind of noun, the same kind of noun again and again in the same article or same paragraph. Okay, so in last class I told you that we learned two kinds of pronouns, personal pronoun and possessive pronoun. In personal pronouns, what did I tell you? Personal pronouns are those pronouns which replace things, place or a person, like he, she, okay, and it. Clear? So these are personal pronouns. So instead of Seema, what can I use? I. So I is a personal pronoun, right? But I told you that there are two kinds of personal pronouns, subjective personal pronoun and objective personal pronoun. When the personal pronoun is used as a subject in the beginning of the sentence, it is known as subjective pronoun. Clear? And when the personal pronoun is used at the end of the sentence as an object, it is known as objective personal pronoun. Okay, like don't talk to, Ram did not talk to her. Now her can be a girl, can be a name of a girl, and I am using her at the end of the sentence. So which kind of personal pronoun is it? Objective personal pronoun, because her I have used at the end of the sentence as an object of the sentence. Okay, she is going to market. Now here, she is a pronoun. What kind of personal pronoun is she? Subjective, because she has been used at the beginning of the sentence as a subject of the sentence. Okay, children. So here we have learned, of course I have taught you this in detail in the last class, so we are not going to go in that depth today. I have just given you a revision, right? Possessive. Possessive means ownership, possession. Like, this is my pencil. Instead of using this is Seema's pencil, I have replaced Seema by my. Okay, so what am I saying? Here the possession of things is shown by using pronouns. Okay, this is your pencil. Your is a possessive pronoun. Now again, I taught you simple possessive pronouns and independent possessive pronouns. What do you mean by simple possessive pronouns and independent possessive pronouns? When we use simple possessive pronouns, we need to have a noun after pronoun. My book. So my is a pronoun and I have used a noun after my. What is the noun here? Book. My book. We use noun after simple possessive pronoun. Your pencil. So your is a pronoun, but in this kind of pronoun we have to compulsorily use what, children? A noun after a pronoun, right? Next, independent. There is no need of using a noun after pronoun. This book is mine. I've used it before it, not after it. This book is yours. Understanding? Now here we are not using any noun after the pronoun. Clear, children? Moving forward, now we are going to learn the yet another two more kinds of pronoun. Interrogative pronoun. Of course, as soon as this word interrogation or interrogative comes in our mind, we know what is it? Question, right? These kinds of pronoun this kind of pronoun is used to ask question, but there are only 4 kind of interrogative pronouns. There are only 4 interrogative pronouns, right? What all are they, children? Who, whom, which and what. Clear? There are only 4 interrogative pronouns. I am repeating my words, children. Do not consider other questioning words as pronoun. Okay, only 4 interrogative pronouns here, right? So here they are used to ask question, okay, and they are replacing a person, of course, right? But before I tell you the examples, let me also tell you that who and whom is used for person and which is used for animals or non-living thing. Which is your book? So book is a non-living thing, we can use which for it. But who is your book? We cannot use, because who is used for person. Clear? Who is your friend? Now here friend is a living thing, so we can use who for friend. Clear? So please make it very clear in your mind, children, that who and whom are used for persons, okay, living beings, and which is used for animals and non-living things. Let us look at few examples of it, children. Which is the best shop? Now shop, is it living or non-living? Non-living, right? So what have I used here? Which. Okay, so which is the best shop? Instead of the name of the shop. Okay, so I have used the word which. So it is asking a question. This kind of pronoun is asking a question. What did you tell? What did he tell you? What is the word which is used for kya? Okay, so instead of the reason, noun, we are using what? What did he tell you? Clear? Whom should we invite? Whom here is being used for people. किस किस को invite करना चाहिए? Is that clear? Who is singing? कौन गा रहा है? तो गाएगा कौन? इंसान, living thing. So we are using the word who here. Getting me here? Please understand, children, this is to be made clear in your minds that who and whom is used for living. Many people use which for which student, which is wrong. Okay, so what are we going to use instead of which is only used for a non-living thing and animals. Which cat is correct, because cat is an animal. Which pencil is correct. Okay, but instead of there, which boy, which student, what are you using? Whom are you talking about? If we are talking about any living person, right, then we are going to ask a question, whom are you talking about? You cannot say which boy, which girl. This is incorrect way of speaking. Am I clear? Which usually students speak. Now next is relative pronoun. Now you need to understand the difference between relative pronoun and interrogative pronoun. Why am I telling you this? Because both are questioning words. Okay, what, which, who are interrogative, what, which, who are relative also. But what is the difference then? In interrogatives, we use these pronouns to ask questions. Clear? But in relative, we do not use these words to ask question. This is the boy whom I was talking about. Have I asked a question here? No. I am telling you, यही वो लड़का है जिसके बारे में मैं बात कर रही थी. तो यहाँ पे whom word is used to relate the first part of the sentence to the second part of the sentence. This is the bill which I wanted. Now bill here is non-living thing, right? So what am I using? Which. But am I using the word which here to ask a question? No, I am using the word which to relate to parts of the sentence. This is the bill which I was asking for. यही तो बिल वो है जिसके बारे में मैं पूछ रही थी. तो यहाँ पर interrogative words are being used, but they are not being used to ask questions. They are used to link two parts of the sentence, the first part to the second part. Did you understand? Both are same words. Who, whom, which, what. Both are same here also, right? Of course, we have some extra words here, that also. But we are not using them to ask questions here. Clear? What are we using them for? We are using them for linking the two parts of the sentence. Here we are clearly using them to ask questions. Which pencil? Okay, so here which pencil is a question. Which pencil are you talking about? So this is a question. This is the pencil which I was talking about. Here, are we asking a question? No, we are not asking a question here. We are relating the first part of the sentence to the second part of the sentence, saying that यही वो pencil है जिसके बारे में बात कर रहा था. But the word is same, which. Clear? So I want you to understand the difference between the two pronouns, interrogative pronouns and relative pronouns, and everyone is supposed to make five examples of both other than what I have already shown you. So let us talk about few examples of relative pronouns here. The bill which included all the meals was too much. The bill, वो bill जिसमें सब meals included थी वो बहुत ज़्यादा आया. So which word is being used? But is it being used to ask a question? No, children. Okay. Next, the boy who served us is good. वो बच्चा who served us, जिसने हमें serve किया food or whatever, वो बहुत अच्छा था. कोई question है इसमें? Is there any question in the sentence? Clear? Words are same, but we are not using them to ask questions in relative pronouns, whereas in interrogative pronouns we use them to ask a question. So I hope you have understood these two types of pronouns, children. We have completed 4 types of pronouns. The personal pronouns, in which we have learned subjective and objective, possessive pronouns, simple and independent, then interrogative pronouns, right? The words, the pronouns which are used to ask questions is known as interrogative pronouns. Then we have relative pronouns. The question words are used here but not to ask questions, but instead of that they are used to link the two parts of the sentence, first part to the second part. In the middle of the sentence they are used to link the two parts. So I hope you have understood. I want you to write these notes in your register, and also I want you to make 5 examples. I hope you have already made the examples of personal pronouns and possessive pronouns as I told you in my previous class, and I am expecting the same for interrogative pronouns and relative pronouns. When you attend this lecture, do make 5 examples other than what I have already mentioned here, children. If you have any problem, any query, do ask me in WhatsApp group. Thank you.